you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Who lives in a pineapple under the
What's
sea?
going on, everyone? My name is Mega16. Welcome to my Let's Play of, well, I guess you could read it, but maybe you're illiterate, and that's just okay. So I'm going to tell you anyways. Welcome to my Let's Play of Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. This is a game that you might have heard of. It was released on the PS2, GameCube, and Xbox era, and it was a cult classic for a while, until it had a recent surge in popularity, for better or for worse, with the release of the remake, Spongebob Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. However, despite its recent surge in popularity, there aren't that many Let's Plays of this game on YouTube. And there's even less with commentary, and even less of that are 100%. And it's weird because this game is pretty popular for most people who have played it, and the reviews of this game and its remake were both pretty solid all around, all things considered. And that bothers me, because this is a game that I grew up with, and it's a game that's a big part of my childhood, and it's a really big inspiration for me and my love of video games. Well, today, I'm going to change that. Starting today, for the next probably several months, because this game is quite long and there's a lot of content to cover, I'm going to be walking you through this game 100%. Collecting everything, seeing every world, going over every enemy, getting every single collectible, and seeing and doing everything there is to see and do in this game. Again, there aren't that many Let's Plays on YouTube that have done this, so I hope to not only be... I don't intend to reinvent the wheel with this, however, I do hope to invent a brand new, more efficient, formulaic version of the wheel, if you know what I'm saying. I have a lot of plans for this Let's Play that a lot of Let's Plays that I've seen in this game don't have. We'll get into that much later, but basically, I plan for this to be more so of a walkthrough of this game than an actual Let's Play. If you are interested in trying this game, you can probably find it for cheap. It's available, the remake's available on Nintendo Switch eShop and any other platform, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. So maybe you're trying out the new game and you want to walk through that, or you have a copy of this game and you watch us and you have to pop it back in and want to walk through. Maybe you've never played this game and you want to see it for yourself before you try it, or maybe this is your first time ever hearing of this game and you're interested in seeing what it is. No matter what your case may be, this is a game for everyone. This is a game full of nautical nonsense. And if that's something you wish, then you've come to the right place. Again, this is a game I've been playing for many, many years. It's probably my first gaming memory, and it's a game that I know basically inside and out. It's a game I have a lot of special memories with, and yeah, I'm kind of finding it hard to talk here because there's a lot of stuff I want to say about it, but there isn't much I can say about it, to be honest with you, because we're going to get into all that later. However, we're not going to accomplish anything sitting here on the title screen. Because we're under the sea, I have to say it. Let's dive right in.
Welcome to Bikini Bottom, a normally peaceful undersea sanctuary. Today it will be transformed into a theater of pure horror, wherein our little yellow friend will play the starring role.
Today is the big day. I have devised an ingenious plan to finally steal the Krabby Patty formula. And if Bikini Bottom happens to get demolished in the process, oh well. With my brand new Duplicatotron 3000, I'll clone an army of robots that will wreak mayhem and destruction at my command. One last review of the checklist. Let's see. Item number 1, is Plankton a genius? Answer yes. Okay, checklist complete. Throw in the switch. Welcome, my perfectly obedient robot army. Hang on. I want to get a photo for my scrapbook. Hey, hello? What do you think you're doing? Oh, no, wait. But I'm your master! I made you! No! Oh, my good China!
Another perfect day playing robots and racehorses.
Yeah, only I keep getting the racehorses and the robots mixed up.
What Wouldn't it be great if we had real robots to play with, Patrick? I'd name mine Robo Jr. or Zorlon or maybe Frankie.
Yeah, these unreal robots are getting boring. Hey, what if we put the robots in here?
Oh, how shellfish of you.
It's not just any shell. It's my magic wishing shell.
Wow, that's great, Patrick.
So we put the toy robots in here.
Okay.
Then we say the magic wishing words and shake the magic wishing shell.
Okay.
Then we go to sleep, and in the morning, we'll have real robots to play with.
But Patrick, aren't we going to say the magic wishing words?
You already did.
So, okay is the magic wishing word?
It used to be Alakazama Alabala Wiesna Tikitana Fushbar Griddle Bits von Wiederschnauzer, but I kept forgetting it.
Are you sure this'll work?
Sure. Last week, I only had one big cookie crumb and I was really hungry. So I put my cookie crumb in the magic wishing shell. Then I said the magic wishing word and shook it. And in the morning, I had lots of little cookie crumbs.
Patrick, I proclaim that tomorrow is going to be the best day ever.
Good night, Spongebob.
Good night, Patrick.
The next morning,
Gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with robots, gonna play with... Whoa! Gary, did you do that?
You're already seeing why I love this game so much.
Yeah, Gary. It sure looks like we're in a doozy of a pickle. I think I'm gonna have to learn a lot in order to fix this mess. Wow! What a fantastic idea! These signs will provide important tips to help... how do I read the signs? Oh, okay. Press this button to read the signs. So if I want to come back and talk to you again, just walk up to you and press this button. I'd better get started now, Gary. I think that this is going to be a very long day.
Explore the rest of SpongeBob's house. Ooh, that was shiny. Knowing us, we like shiny. So you're already starting to see why I like this game so much. This game is extremely charming. It almost plays like an episode of SpongeBob, and the developers have said that that was their intention when making this game. It's very bright, very colorful, the voices are great. The animation isn't great, but it's a product of the time. But honestly, like I said, it plays like an episode of SpongeBob, and I grew up watching SpongeBob, so I think that's why I hold such a good memory to this game. This is the GameCube version, as you can tell. This is technically the middle ground between all three versions. The Xbox version runs the best, the PlayStation 2 version runs the worst, in case you're curious about that. Functionally, all three versions are the same, however. I gotta commend the robots' very neat handwriting right here, and their proper grammar. Alright, first things first.
Breaking news! Bikini Bottom residents have been attacked by a raging torrent of robot horror!
So much for fixing this quietly.
Authorities are not sure who is responsible for unleashing the mechanical menaces, but they have assured us that the person is in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Did I say big trouble? I meant so enormous that it's hard to comprehend trouble. We'll keep you posted as this tragic story unfolds. Tragically, we're sure.
Alright, so your basic things here, obviously as we said, we can press that button to read. We'll go into all the other moves later. Very first thing you want to do, let's go right in here.
From Mr. Krabs! And it even smells sweaty, just like him.
Ahoy there, Spongebob! As a faithful crew member of the Krusty Krab, you've been, promoted to head shiny object collector.
Wow! A promotion!
That's right, a promotion! So what this here new job entails is you collecting all these shiny objects that the robots are leaving behind and bringing them to me. Now stop seahorsing around and get busy collecting.
Alright, a few things. 1, how can a note smell sweaty? 2, what kind of paper is that it's surviving underwater? And 3, you might notice that Mr. Krabs' voice is very different, especially if you watch the show now or grew up with the show. That is not Clancy Brown. Off the top of my head, I don't remember the actor's name that did it. Obviously, the actor, he did a good job with what he did. The script is whatever because Mr. Krabs is a fairly minor character in this game. So the script is what it is, and he did a good job with what he is, but it's obviously not Clancy Brown, especially if anybody who grew up with the show. I'll post the card on screen. I'll post on screen who the actor is. But ironically, the reason they couldn't get Clancy Brown in this game is because they didn't have enough money to pay him what he wanted. I just thought that was ironic. So these are shiny objects. The shiny objects are very valuable and may be traded to help SpongeBob along on his quest. SpongeBob will need to collect many shiny objects in order to complete his quest to defeat the robot menace. There are 5 different colors of shiny objects: red, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red is the most common and is the least valuable. Purple is the most rare and therefore is the most valuable. More valuable shiny objects are usually harder to find or in more dangerous places. The numbers for the shiny objects are red is 1, yellow is 2, green is 5, blue is 10, and purple is 50. Those are the numbers for shiny objects. They don't increase or decrease at all. This is what we have. And as they said, yes, it's telling us we can use the right stick. It's telling us we can use the right stick to move. We don't really need to hear that. Thank you very much. Shiny objects aren't going to decrease in size. There's basically these five types the entire game. As you can see, some areas will be blocked off by certain caps of shiny objects, and you can use them to pass through. This is a pair of SpongeBob underwear. Underwear, kind of flying through this tutorial, acts as SpongeBob's health, so anytime a random save falls on you like you're in a Looney Tunes cartoon, you will take damage and lose 1 pair of underwear. This also, SpongeBob can hold a max of 3 underwear, but there are golden underwear you can find in areas that can increase his underwear by 1. So anytime an underwear is solid like that, you can pick it up and you can heal, and it's on the top left corner. You can also press Z to pick up your HUD. We'll go into all of this later. Here's a nice picture of Mermaid Man of Arctic with SpongeBob. This game has a great attention to detail that not a lot of other 3D platformers have, and it's just, the developers put so much love and effort into this game, and it really, really shows. This is showing that you can double jump, even though we needed to double jump to get some of the shiny objects in the kitchen and in the bathroom, so it's kind of weird why they're teaching us this now. This is where we're really gonna get into the meat of this game.
This is where I keep all my old comic books.
Look how big SpongeBob's attic is. You can tell that this is the top of the pineapple, but look at this thing. How big is the rest of SpongeBob's house where his attic is like half of it? Alright. Whatever. So yes. Alright, I'm gonna kind of fly through this. We don't need to read all these signs, but you press the B button to do a bubble spin. This is a great attack. This is your basic attack. But as you can see, it goes all the way around you, and as you'll see right here, yes, you press the B button to do a bubble spin, you can hit buttons with it. As you can see, it attacks behind you as well. It has a full 360 spin, and the hitbox is active the entire time, and it also attacks behind you. It is a very, very good basic attack for what it is. These are tikis. They hold shiny objects. There are different kinds of tikis we'll get into later. These are basically your coin blocks in this game. You've never played a Mario game before. Yes. So, you can press the B button to do that. You can also jump and press the X button to miss buttons entirely, because that's what you're gonna do. That's called a bubble bounce. That's called a bubble bounce, actually. I believe so, right? Bubble bounce, yep. Bubble bounce attack in red, so that's the full official name. Trampolines, launch up in the air, don't think I need to explain that. And you can also press the Y button to do an uppercut bash. Anytime you see this symbol on the ground, uppercut bash, and send you straight up. Now, I'm not going to go into too many differences between the remake and this game in this Let's Play. I'm going to have a video toward the end of the Let's Play as a bonus video explaining everything. But one thing I do like about the remake, which isn't a lot, but I'll get into that later soon, is that you can uppercut bash out of a jump and it gives you extra height. You might notice this button up here, once we hit... Stop giving me tutorials, I can explain it. You might notice that there was this button over here, and when we hit that button over there, it would drop this ball. Now you can do this way, and just jump up and hit it. And that's perfectly fine. But I'll show you another way to do it once you do this. Launch up here, if I can turn the camera the right way. The uppercut bash is also very good, because if you use it in midair, mid-air, if you use it in mid-air, like so, you actually get extra distance. It's almost like a stalling move, which is great. The uppercut bash is such a great move, and it's... Oh, man, this game is just so good. I'm probably gonna adjust the camera real quick, actually. If you don't want to mess around with this ball because this ball's physics are kind of weird, you can do that. Well, if I could hit the button, yeah, you can do that. Other than that, though, that is everything. Also, SpongeBob has a picture of Sandy in his room for some reason, which is in definite view of the bed because SpongeBob has better eyesight than I do. Also, this game has a lot of little hidden Easter eggs like that. We're trying to show off as many as possible. We do have 50 shiny objects, though. SpongeBob's closet. Golden spatulas are needed to unlock more areas of Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob will need to collect a lot of golden spatulas in order to find and defeat the source of the robot menace. And that's it. We got our first golden spatula, and it wasn't even difficult. We could stay in our house for forever. We could hide away, curl up and hide in my room, still in my bed, still sobbing tomorrow. But we're not going to do anything, just standing around. One golden spatula. Let's leave.
Ah, there's nothing like the sounds of your own neighborhood.
Go away, SpongeBob. You're polluting my thinking space.
Trying to steal the Krabby Patty formula again, eh, Plankton? Well, you won't get away with it.
I've got bigger fish to fry. I've got to figure out how to regain control of the chum bucket from those robots.
Where did they come from?
Where? I don't know. Not for me, though, that's for sure. They just showed up out of nowhere and started calling me rude names and throwing things. They even bent all my spoons. I love those spoons like they were my children.
That's terrible.
Oh, won't you help me stop them? Before they bend all my forks?
Not the forks! Of course I'll help. But wait, I'm supposed to collect a whole lot of golden spatulas.
Golden spatulas, eh? SpongeBob, if you can get me back into the chum bucket, I'll give you a bucket full of golden spatulas. In your dreams.
You've got a deal.
What are you waiting for, SpongeBob? Show those robots who's boss! Me!
We now have our main objective. Plankton wants us to help find golden spatulas to help us get him back into the chum bucket. And again, you're seeing this game's humor is just... This game's humor is very reminiscent of old school SpongeBob, which, like I said, I grew up watching. I'm not a huge fan of modern SpongeBob, unfortunately, because they kind of lost the humor that made the original so great. But the original SpongeBob episodes up to Season 4 and up to the SpongeBob Squarepants movie are all really, really good. And this game is just so reminiscent of the humor in that. And it just... It's so nostalgic to me. It's honestly wonderful. Obviously, though, we know that Plankton is the one behind the robot menace. So, I don't really know why we're helping him, but SpongeBob's gullible, so we can help him out. And, you know, maybe we'll just stop the robots along the way. Besides, I don't think we're getting into the chum bucket any other way.
SpongeBob,
Very first thing...
This flapping robot crisis is making the Krusty Krab lose money like a sinking ship. No money means no more Krusty Krab. No more Krusty Krab means no more fry cooking for you.
No more fry cooking?
But because you're gullible, I'm gonna help you out. And of course make a small profit in return. I've got a few golden spatulas that I'll be willing to trade to you for some of those shiny objects.
You will?
Of course. What are employers for? Besides, them shiny objects is worth lots of money. Your treasure chest's looking a bit light, boy. Do you think I've got bilge water on the brain? I ain't running a charity here. Come back when you've got enough shiny objects to trade.
Alright, so now we have our trading system for this game, where there are certain amounts of shiny objects we need to collect, and we can turn them back into Mr. Krabs in order for him to give us a golden spatula. Normally, a mechanic like this in a 3D platformer, I would complain about it and say, oh, well, I'm trying to collect those, why don't you just give them to me? But honestly, I think it fits Mr. Krabs' character to lock getting the golden spatulas behind a paywall, basically. I think it's very in character because Mr. Krabs is greedy, stingy, So, I mean, I personally don't have a problem with it in this game. I normally don't have a problem with it in other games, but I think in this game it's justified. We have these missiles on the ground that apparently don't explode for some reason. I don't really know how that's possible. Coming over here.
Spongebob, I just dropped by to give you a bubble hand.
Bubble buddy.
You see, you're going to need to learn some new bubble-blowing moves if you're going to journey to the 9th dimension and defeat the giant monkey man.
But all I need to do is figure out how to get rid of these robots.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been in the soap bottle a little too long. Where were we?
Something about new bubble moves.
Right! Press this button, and you'll launch yourself straight up in the air with bubble power that defeats anything that is directly above you. Try it out!
So Bubble Buddy basically acts as your new tutorial kind of character. He's gonna introduce you to any new moves that you come across along the way. I don't know why he feels the need to be in this first area of Bikini Bottom, because we already got a tutorial for all of SpongeBob's moves when we were in SpongeBob's house, but I guess it's here in case you didn't do all of SpongeBob's house. So I guess it's out here in case you didn't go back and you just got the 50 shiny outfits you needed. And, you know, didn't read all the signs and whatnot. Other than that, though, over here, I kind of stood it up earlier, but didn't want to talk about it because I was talking about Plankton. We have our first enemy? We have our first hazard, I'll say. This is a jellyfish. Jellyfish are passive-aggressive. They don't actively attack you, but they attack if you get close to them. You can swat them away and they go away. Very simple. I'm gonna count jellyfish as enemies so I can do kind of a little enemy thing for them. But, whatever. Otherwise, we have Squidward's house that we can go in. We're gonna save that for just a minute. We can actually get on top of Squidward's house, and behind here, we have these two buttons, one that's hanging in the air somehow, and this one on the ground. You can get onto Squidward's house by hitting both of these buttons. You're actually supposed to hit this one over here first. I actually messed that up, but you can hit this button first. Oops. You can hit this button first, and then the other button. And you can platform across by jumping on top of Patrick's rock. You actually don't need to do that. Stand right here, on the edge of this missile that, again, didn't explode, and jump towards Squidward's, the nose of Squidward's house. You can actually just jump right up on top of Squidward's house, and on top,
I can wear 4 pairs of underwear. This is great.
there's a pair of golden underwear. So now we have 4 hits, and our health got healed, which is awesome. That right there is a speedrunning trick. I'm not going to go too much into speedrunning strats in this game, but I do know quite a few, because I used to run this game a little bit, so I do know quite a few. I'll be talking about some of them and mentioning some of them as I see them, and as I can do them, but for the most part, I'll be avoiding them, because again, this is a walkthrough. If you're curious, YouTube, or go on twitch.tv, and look up Shift. He's the current world record holder for this game. I personally am not a huge fan of him, despite the fact that he runs this game, but I respect his dedication to this game, and it's very cool that he runs this game. Well, we've already terrorized Squidward going on top of his house, so why don't we go inside Squidward's house and terrorize him some more?
First, those stupid robots ruined a perfectly relaxing mud bath this morning, and now you show up. Can my day get any more dreary?
I am so sorry, Squidward. Patrick and I were just playing a game and...
Oh, I correct myself. I should have known that whole robot problem involved both of you.
Squidward, I don't know what to do. How can I fix everything?
Why don't you move to another town? That should help out more than enough. Ha! Ha! Move to another town. I cracked me up. But seriously, just jump around like an idiot. That should at least make me smile.
Again, this game is just so full of good humor and references, and it's just so reminiscent of early SpongeBob. I love it so much. Alright, so Squidward told us to jump around, but, you know, we're gonna jump around. Oh dear. Oh no. I'm sorry, Squidward. Oh, I just can't. Oh, I'm sorry, Squidward. I just can't control myself. You know, I really wish I didn't. I'm sorry, Squidward. It's just a shame that I just destroyed everything in your house. But hey, look, we get a sock for it. Alright, enough messing around. By destroying everything in Squidward's house, you get a sock. Let's jump around a little bit more.
Okay, just stop jumping, will you? If you take this golden spatula, will you please go away?
See, Squidward? I knew that you could help me out. You're the best.
Don't touch me.
In case you were well, that's a weird camera angle. In case you were curious, the amount of times you need to jump for Squidward to give you the golden spatula is 12. So that is 2 things you can get just in Squarepants' house. By destroying everything, you get the sock, and by jumping 12 times, you get the spatula. Hold the spatula up there, get a shiny object, and let's go. Only one more location to visit here in Bikini Bottom. The first area of Bikini Bottom, I should say. So we're gonna come right out and head to the right. Check out who it is. It's our best friend.
Hey, Patrick. Nice sock.
What sock?
The one you're standing on.
Oh, that one. It's lost.
Well, if that one's lost, where are your other socks?
Well, they're more lost. A bunch of robots came through here and stole my whole sock collection. I could use some help getting them back.
Sure thing, Patrick. What are best friends for?
Okay then, for every 10 socks you bring back to me, I'll give you a golden turkey baster.
You mean spatula?
Bless you.
Bless you. Alright. We need to talk about this. The socks basically act as blue coins in this game. If you ever play Mario Sunshine, they're basically the blue coins. You collect 10 of them, turn them back into Patrick. Fine, good, whatever. They need to be a mechanic like this in this game. I don't have a problem with the socks in this game, personally. I think they really warrant exploration, and I think they're a pretty decent mechanic all around because they're a lot of times hidden in areas you wouldn't normally think to go, and a lot of times they're locked behind little challenges and extra little goodies. I have a personal problem with the socks that we'll get into later, but all you need to know is that, Patrick, you're a dirty lying cheater, and that's all I have to say. However, we can actually enter Patrick's house. Wow, Patrick, it's a nice place you got here, with somehow a natural light emanating from the floor even though you live under a rock. Cool. Well, we can explore around a little bit. I have this nice picture of Spongebob and Patrick here. By destroying Patrick's couch, you get a sock. Grab that shiny object, grab that, hit the record player, and I believe that should be everything. Also, that was me scratching my head in case you heard what the sound was. I didn't even pick up on the mic, I can tell.
Did you find my lost socks?
Not yet, Patrick.
Oh. Did they find you?
It's obvious that these robots have their priorities straight, you know, bending all the Plankton spoons, destroying Patrick's socks, painting in Spongebob's house, dropping apparently dud missiles all over the place. These robots definitely have their priorities straight, that's all I have to say. Well, I think that's everything there is to see here in Bikini Bottom. If you really, really wanted to, you could go in and out of each individual house, resetting the tikis, and grinding shiny objects. You could technically grind shiny objects to pay for 2 golden spatulas from Mr. Krabs. You could technically go to the 5 area first. I'm not going to do that, however. There's an area right over here, open, no shiny objects, no golden spatulas needed to enter. See what that sign says? Jellyfish Fields. Oh, I'm so excited to play this game again. I played this game like basically once a year, and this is obviously my time of year to play it, so I'm super excited. Well, I don't see anything else to do. Next time on Let's Play SpongeBob Bad for Bikini Bottom, we cross the taxi pad and enter Jellyfish Fields. See you guys then.